Welcome to Friends of Redondo Beach Arts Live. I am super excited to share this great business on Artesia Boulevard, these artists with everybody, the Friends of Redondo Beach Arts. And we have Je'free and Bob Hartman here with Future Generation Artistry. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for the opportunity.
Yes, definitely.
Yes, we're so excited, first of all, to have such a beautiful gallery, even though you're also a business in Redondo Beach on Artesia Boulevard. So give us a little background. How did you get started? This is such a unique product. I've never seen it before.
Well, it's been a journey, that's for sure. The first thing is I met Je'free back in, say, 2014, 15. And I had recently retired. I had been a manufacturer's rep in the Halloween and Christmas business for about 20 some odd years. And the seasonal business, selling to grocery stores, drugstores, Target, Walmart, those kind of guys. And 2008, when the economy crashed, it sort of was either I not make any money selling people stuff, or I, thank God, had savings and I could retire, which I really didn't want to do. So I took the retirement plan. And about 5 years later, after being bored and weighed about 70 pounds heavier than I was at the time that I first retired.
That happens?
Yeah, it did. I said, you know what, this is ridiculous. I got to go back to work. I miss it. You know, I'm being lazy. And the girlfriend at the time, this wonderful Filipino gal, said to me, you know, I have this friend of mine that I grew up with who is very talented. He's a poet. He is an artist. And, you know, maybe possibly you could find something you guys could do together. I had mentioned that I wanted to do something that I had never done before, and art was certainly something that I had never done before. And so I had met Je'free, and we started to get together. He would read me poems, which were great. And one thing led to another. Je'free was a buyer for Kubota, which is a Japanese tractor manufacturer, and they were over there on Del Amo near Hawthorne. And they would do a costume contest every year for their employees. And Je'free had asked me if I would help him, because I had been in that business for 20 some odd years, if I would help him put together a costume. And with his guidance, I created Mother Earth. Okay.
I didn't want to be any commercial.
Right. It was all from scratch. This is kind of like everything is always from scratch, which is great. And I put together this costume for him that he won first prize and received $500 prize from them.
Nice.
And the next day I took a picture of that outfit. And the next day, Je'free went ahead and did what he does with the computer, like Photoshop, basically. And I saw this picture and I went, wow, that's something. And kind of in my mind, can you do something else like that? And one thing led to another. Here we are. Look at this.
Wow. Yeah.
So let me just give you guys, this is what we do is we figured out that we like colors, okay? And that basically because of my background with Christmas decorations and Halloween lights and things like that, LED technology was really moving forward. And just put these light boxes, they're used as retail advertising devices in stores. And
right.
We just went ahead and figured out that we can do this. And then we discovered this glossy metallic paper that we print on that is wonderful. It's crisp, it shows definition, it shows depth. here we are. Yeah, yeah. So this is how it's all come together. Everything that we have, any type of art, and everything is all original. So we start either with a photograph that I've taken in the past or an idea. We might pull an image off of the public domain art, or pictures or photos. And from there, we create all these wonderful, we love them, art pieces. Yeah. And
so I forgot to mention, but my backdrop is one of your pieces and I just love it. It's the two elephants in Africa at probably sunrise, I think, or maybe sunset, and the Serengeti with the acacia tree, which I love. So this is my favorite piece that you have. And then also behind you, we can see an example of one of your animated pieces, which because of the nature of our video, we can't really see the detail, but it's the ocean.
right.
And
Yeah,
jellyfish, right?
Yeah, it's this is called Cosmic Ocean. And yeah, one thing led to another. This LED technology, number one, there's no drain really of any electricity. It uses up less than if you would be charging your phone. And also, you can take these LEDs and they dim or they brighten. The other thing is, I don't know, I've had several of these light boxes on for the last 4 years, 24/7, and not one bulb has ever gone out. Now, I wanted to, while I mentioned that, basically, this is what is behind every one of these light boxes, okay? You can see that it's really very simple.
Right.
I mean, yeah, whatever size we have and whatever configuration we have, that's it, okay? Basic LED light box. And finally got to the right source last year. And we brought in a couple containers of this product, and the pricing was much different than what we were buying before 2 years ago. So the pricing of our product has gone way, way down. I mean, we sell light boxes with our artwork for $25 is a special we have right now that you can't even buy a 8.5 by 11 wood frame really for $25. So we
right. And that was one of the things that when I came to your shop, I was really shocked at how affordable everything is. And Je'free, I know that you were explaining to me why you wanted to make sure that was the case, right?
It's one of our missions is to make art accessible to everybody. So art isn't supposed to be just for the rich, or it isn't supposed to be intimidating. It's digital era, and we wanted to put out digital art. It's digital art, but we follow the same philosophies, elements like saturation, depth, texture, and all that into our art. But since my journey into the digital art started with poetry, there is a poetry behind each one of it. We wanted to bring back also the intrinsic value of it. So they're not just aesthetics, but it's supposed to inspire you. It's like a portal.
There's a meaning behind whatever we've done.
Yeah.
We put our heart into it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's guided us this whole way.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing that's really great and something that we just recently implemented is we can also take your pictures or your
Right.
art, and we could scan it, or you can send it to us. We print it out on our printer on that glossy metallic paper, and we frame it. And now you've got all these wonderful keepsake memories and pictures that we can lighten up, and it changes the whole look of it.
Right
Definitely.
now we have customers from sending pictures of their dogs. A lot
We're
of
finding
dogs.
a lot of dogs.
And then there was this woman who had a memorial for her son.
Yeah, her son passed away last week, and she came.
But you know what? When she got the final product, she was really happy. So on our end, we were touched that we can, literally enlighten and
help along.
Yeah, help
Definitely.
along.
And then also because of your background in manufacturing, you're also able to provide apparel and some other things too, right? That are also incredibly affordable.
Yes. So, yes, we've taken our artwork, really, if you think about it, everything is art, right?
Mhm.
Whatever all the clothing, whatever the types of things you would put in the house or in your office. I mean, there's art involved in all of it.
Even in the streets.
Yeah, even in the streets.
Yeah.
So we've taken a lot of our artworks and we have, for instance, this is Bliss. This is one of our
Exclusive.
yeah. So we have, found the right sources and found the right people that can help transfer our artwork properly so it's not blurry. That was a journey in itself. And we utilize full sublimation printing on our other products, our bags,
It's
our pouches.
60-40.
Yeah, yeah. So we're really throwing it out there in a lot of different ways, but it's all basic product that I know is, bear with me, good sellers or, useful products. And we're
Right.
Yes. Thank
You
you.
have great beach bags.
Thank you. Yeah.
You have pouches, zippered pouches,
It's great. It's great.
tote bags.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The beach bags we have, I designed it so you have mesh bottom, so you just shake the sand out. Things
I love that. I love that.
Things like that.
So for some reason, I was like really happy when we formed FGA because it's a perfect combination. He had the background on marketing and all the
Manufacturing.
and I was on the creative, but he also had a background on the creative side because he was exposed to a lot of ads, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
And we turned into advertisers too.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Because we're
yes.
doing advertisements on print and on TV.
Yes, yeah, we have commercials going right now. Fourth quarter. They tell you that when you should advertise the most is when people are purchasing things. And my family was in the retail business for 85 years here in Los Angeles, and so I grew up in it. And we would advertise like crazy, obviously during Christmas. So this is coming up where we've got a lot of things going, but it's also interesting that how things either are everything comes from our head and it's all original. We decided that we didn't want to take a picture of the Golden Gate Bridge and then do something with that. We would really start from scratch. And Je'free has this wonderful talent of being able to see things before he puts them together, right? As an artist.
But we go through a lot of debate.
Yeah,
it's a collaboration.
Yes,
he's the final eye.
We argue a lot about it, but that's okay. So, one thing. So then we'll put it together, and I try to help make it really kind of believable, I guess is the best way to put it. And so we'll do that on the computer, and then. But here's the kicker. You never know until we print it how it really comes out. So everything is a struggle. It's
like
really
2 months.
Yeah, some things take a couple of days, some things take months and months and months. So we're having a great time doing it. Definitely.
And you also, you do some other things too. You've been at some of the local festivals.
Oh yeah, yes.
Beverly Hills.
Yeah,
Show,
we got invited
Hermosa,
to that.
Manhattan.
We applied at Beverly Hills. We've done like the Hermosa Fiesta, the Manhattan Beach Hometown Fair we just recently did. We did the Riviera. That was kind of the way we were doing things. And so not last year, but the year before, we had been applying to the Beverly Hills Art Show, which is supposed to be the hardest show to get into, period, in the country. And we were invited and we exhibited at the Beverly Hills show.
Wow. And then you're also, aren't you doing some design work for one of the local retailers?
Yes.
Restaurants.
Yeah, we're right now the Bamboo Thai Bistro that is right up the street from us here. Went ahead and painted his walls and redid them, and we both approached each other and said, "Hey, how about we do something and we'll utilize our talents." And we did some all original Thai art. Yes, Thai art. So so we do custom things like that. Yeah, there's a,
Well, that's
we
great.
have a
So
lot
you
of,
could-
we have time right now. I don't know how it's going to be tomorrow, but we have time right now.
So you could go into, if somebody wanted to have something custom in their home, you could potentially help them with that.
Absolutely. Yes, yes, yes.
Great.
That's a lot of fun. That's definitely a lot of fun because
Sometimes it's not
just our ideas. It's
sometimes it's
there.
not in our comfort zone, but we just
we try. What can I tell you? Why not? Right.
Right. Well, and I'm sure your background in holiday decor is kind of how you came up with the idea that LED lights are the perfect lighting, because that's all about holiday decor now, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
it's glare free too.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy how that happened. So when we first started, we would just, regular photo glossy paper, we would, frame it in a wood frame, and we were doing things like that. And then I discovered that you can print on aluminum. And then the next thing, then acrylic. And when I did the acrylic, I said, wait, we couldn't have lights in the back. I don't know, my mind went there. And one thing led to another. I discovered these advertising. So when you go to the movie theaters,
Right.
for the longest time, there's the posters that they light up with the fluorescent tubes. They're not doing it with LED lights. And I said, wait, so let's do this smaller. How do we do this? So one thing led to another, and now we discovered that glossy metallic paper, and here we are. Yeah.
And then it ended into animation, which is another whole set of, it's a different animal because we have to do the programming, the simulation,
right? Yeah,
the timing and everything. So there's a different art to it. It's a really different medium.
So do you bring in someone who is a programmer to help with the animation?
We do it.
We write the program.
We write the program.
Do the back.
And then we'll go back and forth with how we want it, and that is a little bit of a struggle, but we've gotten through that.
We wanted something that will change the game a little bit.
Yeah,
it's a game changer, I think.
Definitely.
Totally. Yeah, you're bringing the future to us today, right?
The future is now.
Right.
Exactly. And refresh my memory, what number Artesia Boulevard are you?
We are at 2206 Artesia Boulevard.
I think we're the only art gallery on Artesia.
Yeah, well, I think
it's an art school.
Kids art school. Yeah.
Right. But I would highly recommend, certainly, for people to stop by and visit you, because it's hard to even understand what you have to offer. And I love the fact that you can do custom work, and that it's so affordable. So honestly, for that person that's hard to buy for, and you could get something that's small, in small Redondo Beach houses, sometimes we don't want to have huge artwork because we don't know where to put it, right?
Right.
So you check all the boxes for me, that's for sure.
Thank you. Yes, I mean, we have ones that are, say, 8.5 by 11 that are either come with the hardware for either resting on the counter or a table, or can be on the wall. And from there, we go to all the way up to 3 feet by 4 feet. We've got all the sizes in between.
And how long does it take to, if you get, for example, if you get a custom, like if I give you a photograph, how long would it take between the day that I give you the photograph to the finished product?
So far, it's been no more than 2 days.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Wow. Okay, great.
It depends on how the quality is. Obviously, you could either bring in, you could either send us, or you can bring in even a painting and we scan it, and then we go from there.
Or send a JPEG file.
Yeah, there's these days most people understand that, but if you don't, you just bring in that framed little art piece or picture, and we'll scan it and we'll go from there. It's pretty easy.
2 to 3 days.
2 to 3 days. I would say average 2 to 3 days. Yeah.
And when you start getting busy, like around the holidays, just give it a week just to be safe.
Yeah, I would think so. Yes.
You don't want to promise anything.
I mean, we're in the throes of getting another. The thing is print time, and so we're in the throes of getting another printer, which we'll have here. So for the smaller We have this printer, this wonderful Epson printer that's about the size of half my house. So we can't put that here. So we're going to get a smaller one and we'll have it available. It will be able to print up to 24 inches wide.
Oh, wow.
So we'll have it right on the spot here. So we'll be able to do that instantaneously pretty much.
Great. What else do we need to know?
Coming events.
Well, we're gonna go ahead and we're trying to reach out to other artists and poets.
Yeah, we have the
And
Halloween
yeah,
event.
it's that we are gonna have some events where we
Invite them on the
invite
Halloween.
all these other artists here
Mhm.
to, we have a back area, our parking lot, we have tents up and we're gonna have them exhibit as well. Coming up on the 30th of this month.
Of
we're having-
October, the
yeah,
30th of October.
Right, we're having our first annual Halloween extravaganza because I was in the Halloween business and I love it. What can I tell you?
Everybody loves it.
Right. We're having a
Pumpkin
kids pumpkin carving contest. We're having a kids costume contest, 2 of them, like 6 to 12 and then 13 to 17. And there's prizes. We're giving away $100 first prize and all of these things, and there's a second and third as well. Then we're going to have later in the afternoon, we're going to have an adult costume contest as well, and that first prize is $200. And we're then going to have a band here afterwards that's going to play, and some poets. And so we're trying to reach out to the community, definitely.
So
Great.
Art too, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a platform for other artists to.
Yeah.
We just wanted to be surrounded by creative people, with creative energy. It's all about cross marketing, you know.
Right.
Their followers become our followers become theirs, you know.
Right. So speaking of followers, make sure that you tag the Friends of Redondo Beach Arts whenever you have your artist gatherings, because we'll want to make sure we share that with everybody.
Beautiful.
And tag us on everything, because we would love to share that.
Yeah.
Thank you. We will certainly do it.
Mhm.
And thank you very much for inviting us
Thank you.
to talk to you guys today.
Yeah, it's been so interesting. I'll make sure I put all of your contact information in the show notes. And then we'll see you with our Halloween costumes on next Saturday.
That's right.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a great afternoon.
Everybody in the gallery.